Meet Oliver, a man who knows exactly how to build a million-dollar empire in 6 different industries. He has watched every masterclass on dropshipping, crypto trading, and real estate flipping available. His bookmarks are a graveyard of life-changing strategies and revolutionary business models. He sees the success stories every day, the 20-somethings making it big in things he understands perfectly. But there is a glitch in the system. While they are doing it, Oliver is only watching it happen. He is a success voyeur, a professional spectator in the arena where everyone else is playing. He feels the rush of progress every time he clicks play on a new tutorial or business breakdown. But when the video ends, he is still sitting in the same chair, in the same room, with the same bank balance. Today, we decode the perpetual observer phenomenon, the ultimate trap for the modern intelligent mind. We explore why your brain chooses the safety of the sidelines over the risk of the game. Understanding this is the only way to stop your potential from rotting behind a glowing screen. Here is the first secret. Your brain cannot distinguish between a vivid fantasy and a physical reality. When you watch a success story, your brain releases dopamine as if you were the one achieving the victory. You get a cheap reward, the chemical high of winning without the sweat, the risk, or the actual work. Studying the scheme makes you feel productive, effectively silencing the inner voice that demands action. You are not learning. You are self-medicating your insecurity with a steady drip of digital hope. This is the dopamine loop. You seek information to feel better, and the feeling replaces the doing. Now, let's look at the second layer, the paralyzing fear of the wrong door. In 2026, the opportunities are infinite, which for a mind like Oliver's means they are impossible. He fears that by committing to one path, say trading, he is missing a bigger wave in AI or e-commerce. He stands in a corridor with 1,000 doors peeking into every keyhole but never turning a handle. To choose one door is to close the others, and his ego cannot handle the weight of that sacrifice. He stays in the hallway, convinced that researching is the same as moving forward. But a hallway is not a destination. It is just a place where potential goes to die a slow death. The third layer is what psychologists call the illusion of competence. Because Oliver understands the mechanics of a trade, he believes he has already mastered the trade itself. He mistakes knowing the path for walking the path, 2 things that have zero biological overlap. Knowledge without application is not power, it is just mental weight that slows your every move. This illusion creates a false sense of security that prevents him from ever taking the first messy step. He is waiting for perfect clarity, a state of mind that only arrives after the work is already done. But why is the first step so terrifying for a perpetual observer like Oliver? Because as long as he is observing, his potential remains perfect and untarnished by reality. In his mind, he is a genius who could be a millionaire if he just decided to try. The moment he starts, he risks finding out that he might be average or that he might actually fail. Observing is a defense mechanism. It protects his ego from the brutal feedback of the real world. He would rather be a hidden genius in his bedroom than a failed beginner in the marketplace. This is intellectual procrastination, the most sophisticated form of cowardice known to man. Now, let's look at the cost of this lifestyle, the slow erosion of your actual self-trust. Every time Oliver watches a video and doesn't act, he sends a message to his subconscious mind. The message is simple. I am a person who talks, watches, and plans, but never actually delivers. Over years, this builds a deep, silent shame, the gap between who he is and who he could be. He starts to resent the success of others, even though he has the same tools and the same time. He becomes cynical. calling the winners lucky or scammers to justify his own lack of motion. But deep down, he knows the truth. They just had the courage to be bad at something for a while. They were willing to be the fool while he was trying so hard to remain the expert. So, how does Oliver break the glass of the observation booth and step onto the field? It starts with a radical shift in how he defines information and learning. He must treat information like food. It is only useful if it is digested and turned into energy. If you eat without moving, you just get sick. If you learn without doing, you just get anxious. He needs to implement the one-to-one rule. For every hour of consumption, there must be an hour of action. No more research phases that last 6 months. The research happens during the execution. He must embrace the grit of the first version, the acceptance that his first try will be garbage. Perfection is the enemy of the beginner. It is a wall designed to keep the observers outside. Oliver needs to stop looking for the best opportunity and just pick the current opportunity. The door you enter matters less than the fact that you finally walked through a door. Action creates clarity. Thinking only creates more questions and more sophisticated doubts. He must stop seeking social validation for his plans and only seek it for his results. Talking about a business gives the same dopamine hit as running one, but with none of the profit. Silence is the teammate of the doer. Noise is the camouflage of the permanent observer. Oliver needs to realize that the success stories he watches are not there to entertain him. They are there to prove that the systems work, provided there is a human being behind the wheel. He has become a collector of maps, but he has never actually left the driveway of his life. The world doesn't pay you for what you know, it pays you for what you can consistently produce. It's time to trade the safety of the sidelines for the chaos of the arena. Yes, it will be messy. Yes, you will look stupid. And yes, you might lose some money at first. But looking stupid is the tuition fee for eventually becoming the person others watch. Stop being a voyeur of other people's lives and start being the protagonist of your own story. Every success story you admire started with a person who was just as confused as you are. The only difference is that they stopped watching the video and started doing the work. Your potential is not a trophy to be guarded. It is a resource to be spent until it's gone. Oliver, put down the phone, close the tabs, and make the first most basic move today. Don't wait for the feeling of readiness. It is a ghost that will never actually show up. Build the bridge while you are walking on it. The ground will meet your feet as you move. Adulthood is the ability to tolerate the discomfort of being a beginner in a world of experts. I'm Leo, and I hope this note finally pushes you out of the hallway and into the room. Until the next note, stop watching and start being. The arena is waiting for you.